Amazing thing.
From NBC Studios in New York City, it's Last Call with Carson Daly. Tonight on the show, James Spader. And music from I'm a Robot. And now, here's your host, Carson Daly.
Welcome to the show. It's Last Call. My name is Carson. We have a fine show for you tonight. Musically, a great band performing in just a little bit. They've been out on the road with the White Stripes, Jane's Addiction. They're currently out on tour with The Sounds, who I like a lot, and also Kill Hannah. You should check them out. I'm a Robot will perform for you tonight. Very cool. We waste no time around here. Let me bring out my first guest tonight. You know him from films like Secretary and Sex, Lies, and Videotape. And now you can check him out every week on The Practice over at ABC. Say hi to James Spader, everybody. James. Oh, thank you. Yeah, really nice. Just some crap. What do you think of the place?
I like this set.
You like it?
Yeah.
You came out looking like you were just like an interior decorator.
I did.
And you brought...
I brought some stuff.
What, for the set?
Yeah, no, it's for you. I just, this was in my dressing room backstage.
What are they? They're just tapes?
Yeah, they were just piled up in the dressing room. You know, you go into the dressing room in these shows, and there's like, usually, there's Wally, who I just met. Wally, who is a brother of a very good friend of mine.
Yeah, Wally does the cue cards here and also for SNL. He's the best in the business.
Yeah, he's a brother of a very good friend of mine. Anyway, they told me not to lean forward. It creates shadows.
Oh, do whatever you want.
So maybe we'll lean back.
What are the tapes? Do we know?
No. I'll get to the tapes. Anyway, so you go to the dressing room, and usually there's a very nice gift for, you know, the guest.
By the way, let me preface your conversation by saying that you're talking about real, like, late-night talk shows, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
go ahead.
And this one. Anyway, there's generally some sort of gift or something for the person, you know, coming on the show.
Yeah.
And in this case, it was a whole bunch of vodka, which was nice. And but yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, you're welcome.
And you know, usually there's a little food, you know, or something sitting around, and some sodas and things like that. Well,
we have all of our guests on a diet of vodka and no food.
Yeah. And anyway, there was some vegetables and stuff, and then there was a VCR, and there was a TV, so you can watch the show, I suppose, which I was confused at because you're out here, actually. So
yeah, we
can't watch the show.
Well, we put on view to watch the Conan taping, but...
Okay, anyway, then there was this stack of videos that was in there.
Right.
And I was sort of confused. They all had just handwritten labels on them. And the first one was Meet the Press Bush interview.
Yeah, this was...
I guess to entertain me before I come on the show. And then there was something just titled John Edwards, which I guess is just the generic John Edwards tape. And then there was something that just says massage. So I figured
I need that.
That's yours, I guess.
This is actually the missing 27 minutes of the Paris Hilton sex tape.
Okay, good.
Take that one home.
Then there was Duet with Kermit. That's self-explanatory.
Yeah.
But then there was something just simply said cow farts.
I don't know what that
So I don't know.
I'm sure it's pretty self-explanatory as well.
And then this, which really is quite this just said Kelly Ripa cow farts.
Yeah, no.
And
I didn't know
what
what Kelly
that was.
Ripa sex tape. I need that one.
And then something just says speed reader.
Yeah.
And then it ended with just generic rock concert.
Right.
Any rock concert. Anyway, that's
we're in the
entertainment.
Well, here, I'll put them back.
All right, thank you.
How are you, James?
I'm good.
It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
I read that you hate doing interviews and press and promotion for projects.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Not really. I mean, it's a necessary evil, I guess, in the job. You know, I guess I'm not wholly comfortable talking about myself, really.
Yeah.
Thus, bringing out the videotapes and trying to distract with that. You know?
That worked for 2 minutes.
Yeah, for 2 minutes.
Now we need to hear about you.
Now we're stuck with another 7.
Right.
But
Well, it's just a weird thing. I think people just be watching two people talk.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny. You know, this is a very strange. This isn't really entertainment, is it? I mean, it's like...
Well, that's really just this show, I think. I mean,
is it?
Most usually are. What you're feeling now, this whole lack of entertainment or whatever, that's just me.
No, but I mean, I was talking with someone backstage about this where, you know, the notion of bringing in a whole audience. I mean, how many people are here? About 200 or something?
Yeah, at least.
Okay, so there's over 200 people here. they're just sitting here watching.
Well, they're
people
fans of your
talk,
work, James.
you know. And I
They enjoy. You're like a big
Yeah,
comic
but can you
star.
imagine if you were like in Roman days and like they fill the Colosseum with all the people, and like they had the good sense to like feed Christians to the lions, you know, or they had two people fighting to the death.
Right.
What
Real
would all those
entertainment.
Romans have done if like we'd just gone out and chatted?
Right. Yeah.
Two chairs, you know. That would have been the end of us.
Yeah. No, it wouldn't have been
So
good.
come on, get out your Triton and your net, and I'll grab my sword.
Yeah, we'll have a little
just
late
do
night
it till
joust.
death.
Let's
Yeah.
just talk for a second.
All right,
I think
good.
that would be good. First thing I want to know is, I know you're from the Boston area, but you've lived here in New York. It's a big story. Are you a disappointed Red Sox
There's
fan
actually
now?
only half a person up there. There she is.
It's a CGI human being.
Very quiet clap.
Are you a fan of the Red Sox?
Yeah, I mean, you know.
You're disappointed about this A-Rod thing, I guess.
What? Nah, you know what? Enough already. I've just, the Red Sox, you know, this year, again, I mean, you know, it just is, it's just a frustration, you know, and you
Yeah.
find yourself, and I've drifted away as I've gotten older, you know. I used to go to Fenway, and I'd follow them, I'd go to the games and sit in the bleachers and yell and scream and everything, and then I came to New York, and I lived here for years. And still be, you know, I'd be a Red Sox fan. My father was a devout Red Sox fan. You know, he'd sit there and listen to, even when it would be on television, he'd sit there on his couch,
Listening to the radio.
staring at his transistor
dad
radio,
thing,
you know. And, you know, they suck you in again, you know, because they keep getting so far.
Yeah.
You know, every several years they get so far, and then they betray you in the end.
Yeah. Well, it must have been nice living here in New York for a while, just to get a small taste of what
Of winning.
success and what winning is
And winning
like.
is all about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me
And
talk
it looks like we're headed that way again. aren't we?
Yes. Let me talk about some of the roles that you have done. They seem to have a bit of a sort of a sexual fetish through line between Sex Lives and Videotapes and Secretary and Crash.
Yes.
Remember that movie? What is so captivating about those particular roles for you?
The sexual fetish aspect.
Do you have a sexual fetish?
These leopard skin shoes would be nice.
You like those?
Yeah, I do like those. Do I have sexual? Yeah, I mean, a whole host of them. I mean, I guess, yeah. I'm not going to talk about them with you, but...
I thought it would be entertaining.
Yeah, it
rather
might be
than
entertaining
jousting.
rather than fighting to the death. Yes, I mean, I think in the same way that anybody probably does. Or am I the only one?
Yeah.
I don't know,
That's the audience we asked for tonight. People
Yeah,
with
good.
weird foot sexual fetishes. They're loaded here tonight.
but good.
And now you got the
Feel
practice
free
going,
to
huh?
throw your shoes up on the stage.
Don't say that. We did that last night with hats.
Okay.
It was a nightmare. The practice, the show on ABC, David E. Kelley, the executive producer, I guess was put in a situation where he had to, I guess for budget and for ratings, had to let go of like the cast. And now
A lot of them.
You've come on to the show. Did you feel like the weight of the success of the show was now on your shoulders?
Well, I do now that you've mentioned it, but I didn't before. But no,
mean, it's
not
a big
really.
show, and they
Yeah,
let-
I
they
guess
let
so. I
everybody-
was blissfully ignorant of what was going on with the sort of I wasn't really aware of the crisis that really was surrounding it until the first press conference. And we all went in, and I was meeting the other cast members for the first time, and they'd let go. For those who don't watch the show, they let go 6 cast members on the
Right.
show, you know, and replace them with, you know, me and this other actress, and which seems sort of unprecedented, you know.
Right.
Anyway, we did a big press, and I had never seen the show. I knew nothing about it. I didn't.
Well, how did
know.
you get this gig?
I met with him, you know, and he said that, you know, he wanted me to do it, and he said a whole bunch of things that seemed to be the right thing. And I sort of responded to the fact that he really had thrown the show, you know, up in the air, and who the hell knew where it was going to land.
Right.
You know, I mean, I was intrigued by that. I liked the idea that there was some controversy, I guess.
Yeah.
And he wanted to change it quite a bit. He wanted to bring a lot more humor to the show. He wanted to, you know, this character he wanted to have very sort of, you know, provocative, and wanted him to be sort of a misfit. Didn't want him to fit in well with the people, and that seemed right to me.
Yeah.
You know, so...
Yeah, it was good casting.
Yeah, so he, you know, anyway, this first press conference, we all went in there, and I just met the cast members, and it became clear when all, you know, I mean, a room bigger than that, filled with press, and they were just grilling him with questions about the firing of everybody and
Yeah.
how it all came down. So it became clear then
They
that
pointed
there
at
was
you like,
pressure.
Spader will save the show.
Well, it was at that point that all of a sudden I really became aware of any sort of pressure.
Sweat coming down. Let me just show a quick clip of the practice with James Spader on ABC. Take a look.
I cannot believe this is happening to me.
Look, if I have to arrest him right here, I will.
Shouldn't you first do that other thing that police do? What's the word? Investigate.
Maybe I should bring you in on aiding and abetting.
Kevin, it's me, Alan. We played on the same soccer team. We've showered together. You had a very small penis then. Has it...
Take him.
Say nothing.
There you go. It looks good. I think it's going to be great.
Always good to sneak in a penis joke.
Yeah, whenever possible.
Just get
He
a
wanted to go
penis
for
joke
the
in
David
there.
E. Kelly was just needed the humor. He
Yeah.
just went right for the penis joke. It
Right.
works every time.
Yeah.
Great to have you here. Congratulations. And I hope to see you in more films. I hope this whole TV thing doesn't slow you down.
Probably not.
All right, good. Thanks for bringing me the tapes. James
Thank
Spade,
you.
everybody. The practice is on ABC at 10 o'clock Sunday night. We'll be right back with I'm a Robot.